Hi, so we're looking at data interpretation questions. Sources IndiaVex. What percentage of candidates pass the exam from Institute T out of total number of candidates enrolled from the same institute? So we basically want how many people pass. So if you look at 9% passed out here, 9 out of 5,700. And out here it is how many enrolled? 8 out of 8550. So if you look at 9% of 5,700 passed out of 8% of 8550. So 00 gets cut. If you look at 557 goes in 19. So let me just check. 855 goes in 19. Look at 19. For 4s are 76. 95. 5s are. Yes. So it is 30 upon 45 or 2 upon 3. So normally it becomes multiple. So if 57 goes in 19, it has to get cut. So 855 should also go in 19 and check it out. You need to be comfortable with calculation for this. 3, 3, 2, 4. So you can make out 3 out of 4 or 75% will be the answer. C option. So just calculation, be good at calculation. You should be able to solve the DI questions first. Which institute had the highest percentage of candidates passed to candidates enrolled? Here, normally when you compare the values between, you have to ignore common calculations. For example, when I calculate for Q, what is Q? 17% of 5,700 and divided by 15% of 8550. This is common calculation for everything, so you can ignore it because you do the same calculation. So you have to only do the uncommon calculation. 17 upon 15. For R it is 13 upon 10. For V it is 15 upon 12, and for T it is 9 upon 8. So you realize that 13 upon 10 is the maximum. So highest is R. Among the four, 13 upon 10 will be the maximum value. So R will be the highest percentage passed. The number of candidates passed in institute S and P together. So if we look at S and P together is 34%. So 34% of 5,700. Number of candidates enrolled from institute T and R. So T and R enrolled is 18%. So 18% of 8550. Again, if you're good at calculation, this becomes easier, else it takes time. For example, if we look at 18% of 8550, 18% is nothing but 20% minus 2%. So what is 20% of 855? If you look at 20, it's just double. So it becomes 171 minus 1710 minus 2%, which is 171. So 20% is 1710. So 2% will be 171. Subtract it. You will get 9, 3, 5, 1539. Now calculating 34% of 5700. So basically 34 into 57. So if I take 57 into 4 is 228. 22 carry forward. 57 into 3 is 171. So 1938. So you get 1938 minus 1539, which you get at 399. Need to be decent in calculation for solving these sums. Okay. What is the percentage candidates passed to the candidates enrolled for institute Q and R together? So if you look at Q and R together is 30% passed, and Q and R to get 25% out here. So 30% of 5,700 and 25% of 8550. That's what we have. Now here we had calculated this earlier as 2 and 3. So with that we get it as 20 upon 25, which will give you 80% as the answer. Just calculations. So if you understand the calculation, it becomes easier. What is the ratio of candidates passed to candidates enrolled from Institute P? So Institute P passed is 18% of 5,700. Again 22% of 8550. So we had calculated this earlier. 2 and 3. 2, 11, 3, 6. 6 is to 11. Also you can make out that because there is 22, therefore second number should be a multiple of 11. We have two options, but you can make out the multiple of 11. From there maybe you can go on shortlisting that the answer should be C option. Because 5700 itself is smaller than 8550, 18 is smaller than 22. So technically first will be much smaller than second. 9 and 11 not possible. So 6 and 11 could be the answer. So in DI, if you really want to be fast, it's important that you be comfortable with calculations. Practice calculation every day, and that should help you to be fast. Thank you.